I'll be doing a Rantview for Metro Last Light. The verdict.
Play this game. Play this game if you are looking for a fresh and new verse to be immersed in. This is not your everyday modern shooter like Call of Duty. That game. It has a quality story and quality gameplay, but most importantly, it's fun. However, if you are an experienced video game stealthist, such as myself, you'll see some of the flaws in this finely woven tapestry.
The gameplay.
The weapons feel comfortable to fire. Each gun has a very specific feel to it, and they all carry their own little bit of oomph. This game is a great example of play how you want. Clearing out rooms without a sound feels great,
And the action is intense.
Be a sniper, be a ninja, be a pacifist,
Or be a trigger-happy Deathbringer.
all are executed smoothly. To that point, you can customize your weapons to accentuate your playstyle. Silent shotgun, anyone? The level design helps you get the job done, and it adds to the flow of your gameplay style.
Oh, there's a grate. I'll go under and flank them. Oh, there's a ladder. I'll go over and flank them. There's an opening in their patrol route, so now I can flank them. I really like flanking.
Last Light outplays its predecessor in every way. 2033 was a great game, but it came with its set of flaws. The human enemy AI is sadly not very convincing during combat. When they take cover, they have show your whole body to see where he is, and then continue this process until he shows himself syndrome. You can also just run up and insta-kill them, or insta-knock them out. A good thing about this game is that it only takes a few shots to kill somebody, like in real life. There are a few glitches that I notice every so often when playing. Sometimes executions and knockouts won't even register, and sometimes when they do, the enemy will freeze on their knees, as it should be.
The visuals and the audio.
Last Light masters the ambiance and the energy of the post-apocalyptic tunnels of
Mother Russia.
the smoke.
The webs, the light, the frost, the miasma, the gas mask.
The music is reminiscent of The Last of Us, and the Last of Us music is reminiscent of Metro 2033. I guess there's no escaping guitar by the fire music in the apocalypse. The eerie sounds are executed so well that I had to increase my mouse sensitivity. They will not sneak up on me!
Freaking noises, man. They're everywhere. They're coming out of the gosh dang walls, man. What the fudge?
It all adds to a great formula to immerse you. The combination of the visuals and the audio really bring Last Light to life. Or death, I guess. On that note, the settlements in Last Light really give the illusion of life. But your limited options in these places really sells the realism short. Barriers here, not looking into my eyes there. It's like walking with almost no presence at all.
The story.
Metro Last Light's story picks up right after the first one, and you're in the trench foot-filled boots of Artyom once again. So, you killed all of the Dark Ones at the end of the first one. Like, nuked the living life out of them, murdered. Well, your mass-murdering self thought that you did, but it turns out that there's a lone survivor. A Dark One youth at that. One important guy wants you to kill him, and one less important sort of town-crazy kind of guy wants you to save him. Because this little Dark One just could be the key to saving the Metro. You, Artyom, are the only known person to be able to communicate with the Dark Ones. So, you're tasked with either murder or diplomacy. But most likely murder. And so your journey of death begins. Well, my journey of death. This game has somewhat of a moral system going on. Playing through Last Light, you'll be given some seamlessly integrated choices. And they're not that whole click here for to kill him, or click here for to save him. You even have the choice to knock out unsuspecting enemies, or to stab them to death. Just like the first game, you're going to meet some badasses along the way. But also like the first game, you're going to be primarily by yourself. You may even be surprised by one badass in particular. The overall story is good, if a bit traditional, but it does do a great job of throwing its own Metro meat into the stew.
Now, on to the rant part of this Rantview.
Before this Metro massacre, I just want you to know that I beat this game on Ranger Hardcore, which just so happens to be the hardest difficulty in this game. So just take that into consideration during this rant.
Now here comes the pain.
So, playing on the hardest difficulty should make the game harder in almost every aspect, right? Not stealth, I guarantee that you can stealth through this game the same way on every single difficulty. So Ranger Hardcore for someone like me wasn't so different. Last Light is a contradicting game because it seems to have more of an emphasis on light and stealth this time around, yet none of the enemies really seem to respond to all of the lights being shut off one by one by one, and the room going completely dark. I mean, when the slightest little flicker happens in the corner of my eye, I'm on high alert. They will slowly get up to go check the fuse box that I just shut off, but none of them are too worried about it. If the guy who gets up to go check the fuse box never comes back, his friends don't even talk about him, the poor fuse box guy. They don't change their behavior, even go on alert. How are they not freaking out from a darkness that happens to be so thick that they can't see me right in front of them? Or when one of their buddies' headlights goes really quickly towards the ground. Or when somebody disappears right in front of them, mid-conversation. And every single human enemy encounter has them facing away from each other, or facing a wall at some point. After every conversation, it's like, "Oh, cool story, bro. Now time to go check out different walls." When you stand guard, I assume that you want the best view possible. Or even when you're not standing guard, you'd never just face a wall, would you? This game is practically yelling at you. "Hey, look! Isn't this a great stealth situation?" I can stealth on my own, Last Light. I do not think that I should be able to play through almost every single human enemy situation the exact same way. I think that forcing gameplay innovation on the player is sometimes for their own good. If it was not for the monster encounters, I would have knocked out 90% of the enemies the same way. Don't get me wrong. Stealth in this game is a blast, and they nailed the gameplay of traditional stealth first-person shooters. But as for a realistic take on the genre, not so much. While playing on the Ranger Hardcore difficulty setting, there is absolutely no HUD. So when a QuickTime event happens, good luck knowing when to press something, good luck knowing what to press, and good luck surviving your first time. My order of operations was to die, and then press every button I knew after the checkpoint reloaded. It also took me a while to figure out that I had more than one secondary weapon. You hold down tab, and you fiddle with the directions, by the way. And even then, I have no idea which one is which. Is this a grenade? Does this sound like a grenade? I don't know. What about over here? Does this sound like a flame grenade? I don't. Maybe. Oh, okay, yeah, that's a knife. That's definitely a knife. This could all be chalked up to nitpicking and bias. I understand that. That's why I still recommend that you play this game. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like the video, comment in the comment box below to tell me what you thought, and look forward to more rant views in the future. Never stop ranting about video games. Developers really listen to that stuff. Have a good day. It may freaking it may make it,
You're gonna hear that baby in the background, you know that, right?
maybe, maybe not. The music may muffle it.
So I'm gonna need this at the gym. You're such a crybaby.
Is it still recording?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh my gosh, that's cute. We're gonna hear that kid.
Yeah, he was yelling.
I don't think so. Last time it was, because the music's going to be playing, that's a background noise, so it's just going to blend into the music. I'll just get some dubstep. I'll get some Skrillex and it'll sound right in place. It's like, Bagoo Badoo Review!